Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be Flash versus Soulkey here on Multiverse, top side. It is Soulkey. We know him, we love him, he was gone for a while, he's back now. Man, I love this dude. And in the bottom, it's Flash. I really can't say anything about him that hasn't been said already and that you don't already know, but man, it is Flash here today. This is a 2020 replay sent to me by RJB. So it was before Flash kind of disappeared from the Brood War scene. And man, Flash at the peak of his powers. Well, maybe not the peak, but man, he is still super, super terrifying. So this is Multiverse, right? Map towards the middle here. It's a little confusing about what's going on with all this stuff, but what it boils down to with these assimilators is when there's an assimilator here, it allows units through. When the assimilators are dead and there's just a Vespene Geyser here, it blocks it off to most units, except for, like, Marines, I think. Isn't that weird? So it's all based on that weird kind of physics in StarCraft, right? So it does. It effectively kind of, you know, kind of seals off if these assimilators are gone left to right. But, yeah, weird map, man. It's a 4-player map. This spawn, these spawn... Wait, no. This spawn, and then this spawn, and then I think this... No. This is a... Maybe this is a spawn? I don't know, man. Let's just, we'll get into the game here. So, overpooling is our dude Soulkey on the opening. The Terran. Flash, getting a barracks inside his own base. He doesn't want to proxy Soulkey today. He very easily could. He could ruin Soulkey's day with a very, very well executed proxy. Man, so good. StarCraft music, it's legendary. And there goes the hatch at about 11 supply there. So, yep, Soulkey's doing the overpool build against Terran. Nothing crazy. Gonna go for Los Mutalisks, most likely against Flash here. Flash, I don't know, 8 racks potential? Probably. One of my recent videos, I talked about how Flash goes 8 racks. And how Flash makes 8 racks look incredibly good against Zerg players, so a lot of Terrans do it and maybe don't have as much success. But I do need someone to go through and just find out. Are people keeping stats on this? Like, how many times does a 8-raxing Terran defeat their Zerg opponent? Period. Is it 50%? Is it 55%? Is it 60%? Is it higher? Like, any strategy that has, like, a, you know, 60% win rate is pretty much just going to be used a lot of the time, right? And that's what this is. 8-rax is really popular. But, I don't know. Fast factory, fast vulture play here, maybe. Flash is going for the mech. And a starport on the opening. Keeps that Zergling. Oh, no! Doesn't keep the Ling out. Scouts the quick starport. It's probably Wraith. Oh, that's terrible. Or maybe dropship vulture into the main. That's another option from the starport, right? Dude, this Zergling, though. This isn't a Jaedong Zergling, but it's a Soulkey Zergling, and that got a beautiful scout out. Look at Burrow coming in. He's like, well, if Wraiths show up and I can't deal with them, I guess I'll burrow my drones so they don't die. It's not ideal, but going for metabolic boost after the lair, going for the spire, so just opening 2 base Mutalisk here. And Flash continues with the starport play. Controlled, oh yeah, Wraith. Getting that Wraith. No control tower, not going for cloaked Wraith immediately, but Wraith, yes. Coming in. Machine Shop is on the factory here. Now, from here, he's got some options, too. He can go back into Marine production, make a couple more barracks, but the fact that he's floating the barracks indicates this is probably going to be mech more than anything else. He is getting Vulture Movement as his first upgrade of the day, so it's going to be Wraith Harass directly into the mech. It's a mech opening, which I think a lot of you Terran fans have been asking for a while. And I believe RJB called this game a sweet game, so he's happy about it. Okay, so yeah, we know what this does. So this assimilator dies, this assimilator dies. It blocks off everything but Marines getting through, so Vultures can't come through. Vultures can't access this left side of the map, which is where Soulkey's stuff is. So then you have to drop them, which is why I thought dropships would be, you know, not a bad opening here. Control tower is on the way. Oh, Wraith found Terry. You're murdering Terry. Ah! That's right. Terry is dead. But he'll be back. That's the nature of Terry, isn't it? Terry is eternal. Yeah. More Wraiths. I mean, probably Cloak. I don't know what else the control tower is for here, unless you just want dropships later. Ah, they're trying to knock down that second assimilator, but no. Say the vultures. Actually, does knocking down one prevent them from getting through it, or you have to knock down two? I think one, it looks like one does. Get it, say Soulkey Lings, get it, and then the mutas show up. Oh no! So you got a couple, no. Okay, you got a couple vultures through, that's nice. And some drones were transferring or something, but Sunken kills one and then the other one. Oh, that vulture tried to sneak through. That was a long distance snipe from that Sunken for sure. All right, so the mutas are out. Flash knows, no big deal. There is Cloak on the way, obviously. That's why we're getting faster Overlord movement. And there's a pretty fast science facility here too from Flash. So intriguing, Flash doing stuff. Doing some stuff for sure. Continuing to make Wraiths, waiting for that Cloak to finish, producing a Marine. Yeah, other than the Wraiths, do we have any idea what Flash is up to right now? He's getting a second gas, which feels more mechy than 8 racks, right? So I don't know. This is where I would invest in a Spore at each base, but the professionals kind of hate static defense. So they won't do that. And here come the Cloaked Wraiths. And that's it. They cloak, burrow. And there's the burrow. Oh, that's so good. Now they have to try to kill mutas, which Soulkey's very happy about. Look at this timing, too. You get in before the Overlord speed happens. God, it's so sick from Flash. It really is. And then you can kill these Lings, too, if you want. The Wraiths are interested? They are interested. And then they burrow. Oh, burrow. Burrow is so good. It is such a good spell. Why don't we see it more often in these games? That's the question. Okay, so we're moving into additional racks. And then he lifts this one off. I guess he just wants it in a safer location. Why? Why not just leave it here? This is so weird. Flash, buddy. I respect you immensely, but what is this? Mutas taking down a missile turret quite easily. I mean, there's 10 of them here. Suddenly, SCV's dying. SCV's panicking as they try to build more turrets, but they're not ready yet. The repair on this turret is everything right now. It is getting repaired. There's not enough mutas to kill it. The repair is amazing. Overlord comes down late. This turret dies because it doesn't have the help and the life-sustaining hug of life that these SCVs are providing here. Scourge waiting for Wraiths to engage with this. No, the Wraiths are up here. And Wraiths and Scourge have the same fly speed. I know Corsairs and Scourge do. The Science Vessel getting sniped. Okay, this weird Wraith opening that Flash went for got totally scouted, and Soulkey is punishing it. Although the Irradiate is really good. Science facility dead. Wow. And then more mutas fly into Turretville. Pull back, go after the engineering bay where upgrades are coming in. Dude, Soulkey and his mutalisks are putting in a ton of work and getting a lot done. Wow. I mean, supply depot, low-hanging fruit. Let's take it. Let's get rid of it. Wraiths hunting Overlords, but there's only 2 of them. There's so many mutas out right now. They're injured, but do they have upgrades? No. He's not even getting attack upgrades for these things, or carapace upgrades, or anything. Dude, he snipes a science vessel, gets irradiated, and loses a bunch of his mutas in the process. But sniping the science vessel after sniping the science facility is a sick move. Crazy good move right here from Soulkey. Yeah, this is a sweet game. This is some great back and forth here. Soulkey putting a lot into this muta play, wiping out the Marine count. I think all of the Marines, no, more Marines keep popping out. They're not dead because they keep replenishing. And finally, Soulkey's taking a third base here at 9 minutes, but he's killed a bunch of SCVs, bunch of turrets. Science facility had to get replanted. Science vessel count get knocked back down to 0. There's another one here finally. I don't know. Was that worth? Soulkey didn't exactly cripple Flash, right? It's still 34 SCVs. It's still 2 bases. The irradiates are here because, yeah, it was a science vessel with the control tower really fast. Are we trying to Soma this thing, man? It just delayed the 3rd base by Soulkey for quite a bit, which is not good. Yeah, this is just a happy place for these mutas in between the 2 turret sections here and here. What? 2 Zerglings come in. Like, we can kill turrets real fast. Flash has to spend a lot of resources repairing this thing, and it dies anyway. SCVs are dying to this stuff. Medics are healing SCVs as they fight against Zerglings, which is like... Mutaflux. Oh my. The Soulkey is keeping Flash down, man. Spazzing out SCV. Gets stopped by a Marine. The Muta's continuing to attack here. Irradiate good. Better split that time than previously for Soulkey today, it feels like. Queen's Nest coming in from Soulkey. He has droned up a little bit. He's going to have 30 workers here shortly, which is a fine number to have. What a scrap fest. Flash on the back foot consistently here. In a way that we have not really seen from him hardly at all. He's just now getting Marine attack range, which, you know, that's the trick, right? You went for the race, you went for the science vessels. You weren't focusing on Marine upgrades for the first 10 minutes, and as a result, the mutas were way more effective than if they were dealing with Marine groups that had the range upgrade. Smart stuff here from Soulkey, like really good. Going for that hive about 11 minutes. Getting more Scourge. I don't know that he needs... a bunch more of those? How many wraiths even exist right now? I would guess 0. Yeah, I think there are 0 wraiths here. So Scourge for science vessels then at this stage. My brain was like, why would that be Scourge? Oh right, science vessels exist. Here they are. They've been irradiating the Mutalisks the entire game, obviously. Oh, okay, so the Marines are happy now. They have the range upgrade. They've got medics supporting them. They don't have any attack upgrades because the engineering may got sniped and had to be rebuilt. And those upgrades had to start. That's another thing Soulkey did that I completely forgot even happened. So this can only be walked through by Marines. This can only be walked through by Marines. These have to be killed by splash damage because this is like 18 temples on top of each other. You know the drill. Ooh, is that... Trying to snipe down a science vessel went really poorly for Soulkey there. Okay, remember when I was like, this is a million temples on top of each other? I think Flash just remembered that, and he was like, oh, that's right. It's going to take forever for Marines to kill that stack of temples. So I'm pretty sure Marines can get through here, but coming through here is a major choke. It's a single file choke, and if there's Zerg sitting over here, that is just an invitation for death. Not happening at all. Yeah, so the Marines pulling back. They don't like what they see there at all. I'm pretty sure Lings can't even get through here because they're chunkier. They have a bigger footprint than Marines do. Which is a little weird, but you know. So is this Flash realizing he needs to make some tanks or get dropships, which he is. Ultras are on the way, though. And some drops from Soulkey would be amazing as well. Oh, this group. Dropship annihilated. And on the ground, goodbye, everybody. All the Marines, all the medics. 92 to 81 supply. Flash has a lead, but it's not feeling all that great. But third base for Soulkey up and happily running. Flash has been thinking about a third base for a while. It doesn't feel safe, I would say. So there are the drop ships, which he had to invest in. A couple Scourge get picked off down to the south here. Consume coming in, more and more Ultralisk defensive matrix on the drop ships. It's just like, fare thee well, drop ships, but look at this vision. Overlord there, Scourge, not enough to get through that defensive matrix, so he's just going to shuttle shuttle them on the dropships over to the other side. And then the Ultralisks come in. What a weird setup this game is. Yeah, these guys can't run because they're backed up against the Vespene geysers. Good irradiate there. These medics are stuck on the other side. That's not great for them. Am I wrong that Marines can get through here? Why do I feel like if they could get through, they'd have gone through already, right? Maybe ghosts? There is a Terran unit that can get through there. Toycott put out a video. One of my subscribers and Discord members and moderators on the Sunday stream, Dropship Sniped, put through a little demonstration video on how this works. Oh, Muta's dead there. Not great. Just kind of getting nothing done with those, but Flash can't get through here. He's finally taking a third base. But Anabolic Synthesis is coming in. Overlord drops are on the way here too. Flash is going for this 8-rack stuff with dropships, but his dropships keep dying because they're hard to keep alive because they don't have a speed upgrade. Wow. Are you really doing this? I really thought Flash would make a couple tanks. Just for the sake of getting through this temple a little faster? And again, it's a temple stack. Flash is like, I say. Flash looking for... Oh, what a hit. Dead. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Ah! 3 science vessels down. I've said in previous games, the reason Flash looks good going 8 racks against Zerg is because he keeps his science vessels alive. And he's got like 15 to 17 to 18 science vessels alive at any given time. And, that's not happening here, but he had just enough to kill this drop. Oh, gosh. And they're doing damage to the units on the ground. Way to shut that down, but Drop, Ultra Drop, bottom right, completely shuts down Flash's third base. SCV's on the retreat, Ultralisks chasing them. Marines coming back to deal with the Ultralisk threat. These boys are dead. They are putting in some work here today, nevertheless. They're going to take a bunch of Marines down with them and then retreat back from whence they came. Dude, Flash on 2 bases at 17 minutes is not hot. Soulkey getting a 4th base. Pretty good. So it irradiates the Ultras because with speed, they're very fast and hard to deal with. It'd be amazing if there... Well, there's another Overlord here with some more units in them. Yeah, Soulkey trying to go for dumb drops. Another one coming in. Soulkey, Scourge trying to connect. No. Rebuffs those, comes into the main base, gets a beautiful drop-off here, though. And a Dark Swarm Defiler has arrived. Lings have +2 armor and Adrenal working on +1 attack here. Engineering Bay getting sniped would be pretty awesome. It's a beautiful setup here. These Marines behind the buildings. The Sim City is good. Ultras pulling back into the Dark Swarm as necessary, but they want to kill the Engineering Bay, which they're going to cancel that upgrade. That is a +2, not +3 upgrade. No, +2 armor upgrade for these Marines. Irradiate's happening. Another Dark Swarm. There's another one popping in. Ultras, all right, going to go after this other Engineering Bay that is getting the +3 attack upgrade. There's 2 Engi Bayers. Of course they are. These Ultras, man, still alive. Somehow only 1 kill on that one. 3 kills on that big boy. This Zergling's got a kill as well. Yeah, Engineering Bay's upgrades are being delayed and not entirely denied, but, you know, canceled. Gotta restart that sucker. Flash is just trying to deal with these Ultras as well as he can, but they are running rampant and free inside his main base. Soulkey's able to get a 4th base pretty easily behind this as a result, and it is the power of drops. You know that. I know that. The power of drops is very strong. It's 150 to 120 supply. Flash has a lead. His 3rd base has been reestablished and stabilized. Replacement Engineering Bays are down here instead of the main where they've had a bit of a rough history. 5th base done from Soulkey down the left side here too. This is a really important time of the game for Flash. If he can start sniping those bases, I mean, that would require him to get to the top, you know, this left side of the map. I don't know. Science Vessel killed. Good Plague, though. I don't know if that was a good trade for Soulkey, but it did make Flash pull back. The Plague was a big part of that. And this is the stage of the game where you start seeing the Zerg player flooding Lings and flooding Ultras and flooding Overlords into this location. It's another drop inside the third base. The SCVs flee. A couple of them go down, sure. Forcing a liftoff on that command center. The engineering bay. Remember when we said it was safe here? It was not safe here. Engineering bay done. Drop. Does get a drop at the 5th base of Soulkey. Does sneak on over here. Bam. Hatchery down. Third base. Yeah, there's some problems, but those problems are cleared up right now. Flash up 161 to 132 supply. This group just gets completely obliterated. There is no hope for them. No evacuation at all. The dropships left. They left them to their own devices. This is amazing. Okay, why are they both weakening the temples? What does that do for them? Because like I said, these are stacked. Yeah, what's the point? Just, if you want to kill them, get some lurkers out. So weird. Irradiate, plague, back and forth, the back and forth, the back and forth. This guy accepts his fate, dies tragically. 162 to 140 supply. Soulkey's at 50 workers. He's replacing the 5th base. Third base still has an Overlord on it, which has got to make these SCVs a little bit nervous, right? Little nervous. And basically, Soulkey's strategy has been to plague. Look at this, too. The science vessels have to go out of their comfort zone to plague stuff, which leaves them prime targets for Scourge attacks. Top right base coming in here from Soulkey. My gosh, is that a 6th? He's trying to go 6 bases while Flash is trying to get a 4th up. Because of course he is. Can he hold it is the question. Oh, how many stacks is it? Is it only 2? If it's only 2, I actually feel better about this. Nice pull away on those Scourge, though. That was great. Reinforcing Marines popping in. They should be 3-3 by now, but the sheer number of engineering-based snipes today from Soulkey has prevented that. 100% prevented that. We're at 22 minutes. Flash isn't at 3-3. It's because of the Muta stuff and then the Ling Ultra drop earlier, and the Ling drop in the bottom right. Drops. What else can you say about him? 4th base is up from Flash, which is good, but he isn't really threatening this 5th base or the 6th base, which is done for Soulkey now, too. He really wants to kill this. Fair. Oh, good. Beautiful. Beautiful play there from Flash. Okay, so this is open now. This mainway is open for business for everything. The Ultras are like, rah, it's our time, baby. They come through, they immediately get irradiated, which they're expecting. And, oh, this 4th base is in a lot of trouble. There's a drop heading up the left side, too. Chaotic, nice plague on these science vessels, but something's got to kill them, and there aren't any Scourge remaining. Drop at the 4th base of Soulkey, forcing an evacuation of all of the drones. The 4th base of... No, Flash doesn't evacuate his SCVs from this location. And there's more Lings and Ultras heading down to the bottom right here, too. This is crazy stuff. And it looks like Soulkey might be able to... No, he doesn't save the 4th base. The 4th base does end up going down. The drones evacuated. The Lings are on top of the engineering base again. This might be another denied upgrade here. No, the reinforcing Marines are coming in well enough and in numbers enough to protect those engineering bays and these SCVs and keep them alive. But the 4th base of Flash is a ruin right now. There are no SCVs here. Several of them died. Flash is down to 36 SCVs right now. Oh, Soulkey is hanging on to his 4th. Nope. 5th? His 5th. His 4th died. His 6th is still alive top right. I am not convinced that Flash knows that exists. Scourge taking down a science vessel. Muta's trying to do the same thing. Defensive Matrix Marines are up. The Ultras are chowing through them as hard as they can. The Muta catches another science vessel. No, somehow missed the 3 that are in this group. That's amazing. That is some bad luck for Flash there, or for Soulkey for sure. Good luck for Flash. So hatches have died today, but Soulkey's done a pretty good job cleaning up the army and then replacing them pretty quickly. Same thing for Flash, except for the 4th, which remains a completely barren wasteland for him. He really doesn't have the units to spare to come over here and shut it down either. Is that a plague? I heard a plague. I just don't see anything plagued. Maybe it was a miss. 'Twas a whiff, quite possibly. But man, hit that like button if you enjoyed this match. This is Fantastic. Oh, okay, free science vessel. 148 to 117 supply. That is not where you want to be if you're a Terran in this situation. Hey! Flash did know about the top right. He's wiping it out. Meanwhile, more Lings running through. They've got +1 attack and +3 armor and adrenal, and they're here for mean stuff, play catching a single science vessel. Not exactly what you want in that situation, but better than, I guess, whiffing entirely. Muto again. Okay, so these are all healed up. Well, at least until the plague affects that one entirely. 146 to 109 supply. Ling's getting some decent trades in here for how cheap they are and how few of them there are, too. More groups of Lings and Ultras coming from everywhere. More drones in production heading down that left side. Top right base dies, yes. But the fourth base of Flash is still dead. The Irradiates, the Dark Swarms, the Plagues. Everything is happening all at once right now. Irradiated Ultra doing splash biological damage to all of these Marines. He is killing some of them just by simply being close to them. It's like that dude I saw on the news the other day who had COVID, monkeypox, and HIV. It was quite a trifecta, man. Anyway, 145 to 78 supply. Soulkey seems to be in pretty much control. I mean, look, he's got 5 bases he's rolling with. The 6th base died, yes. But Flash still hasn't retaken this. If Flash had retaken the 4th base, I'd feel better about his ability to win this game. But he's just not. What is this? Nice Irradiate. Raw. Revenge Plague. Dark Swarm is up. Flash is not getting out of the swarm as quickly as he needs to. And if this base, that's it. If this base is dead, that's Flash is done. But he does start clearing out Lings. Okay, this Ultra's taking damage, but once again, these Marines, they finally have +3 attack. Okay, good, but that's it. Flash GG's out, and Soulkey is your winner in 26 minutes and 47 seconds. Oh, holy cannoli. That was one heck of a ZVT. Sweet, sweet game for sure. Well done by Soulkey, taking down Flash here on a weird map. Kind of taking advantage of, controlling the center here, right? Controlling Flash's ability to make it across this middle with any sense of efficacy at all. The only time Flash made any really solid attacks were through drops. On this left side, a little bit harder to defend based on the short flight distance here for Flash from his main base, right? But other than that, no real attacks on his main or his natural. His third was pristine the entire game, which is massive. And then he was just able to get across the map, drop units in a little bit more easily. Again, Overlords being able to drop is kind of overpowered in situations like this. But what it really came down to was the scout. This Ling that got through this front door, the Marine was supposed to stop him, couldn't quite pull it off. Ling got inside, saw the starport opening, recognized it was Wraiths, and prepared for it. Got Burrow, got Mutas out, made sure to get Overlord speed, lost a couple Wraiths, or a couple drones to those Wraiths, but not many. And then from there, it was a lot of Mutas to deal with the not many Marines out because Flash was investing in Wraiths, right? That got a ton of damage done, killing the engineering base, killing the science facility, taking down the first science vessel. Like, so much stuff that Soulkey did early set him up for the rest of this game. Now, did that make Flash unable to win the game based on that opening? No. Flash still did a ton of damage to Soulkey, killing the 6th, killing the 4th, and the 5th. Today. He killed 3 hatcheries, maybe 4 total based on replacement ones here too, but his 3rd was late and under attack more often than not, and the 4th base was alive for about 2 minutes and then got killed and never replaced. So economically, there was no way Flash was going to keep up with this stuff. The Lings didn't even have full upgrades. Same with the Ultras. I mean, Guidance Plating was there, obviously, but attack upgrades lacking. This Muta ends up sniping. Oh, yeah, these here Plague Science Vessels, a classic horror story that Terrans tell their children before bedtime is the science vessel who'd been plagued and the Mutalisk chasing them, right? Wow. That was good. That was really good. GG Soulkey. All right, end of the day, 231,000 points for Soulkey, 165,000 for Flash. Did outproduce Flash by about 2 to 1. And the kill-death ratio was not enough to overcome that. So that is your math for the day. Ended up raising 35 Terran structures and only losing 5 buildings today. Was Soulkey and ended up outspending Flash by 12,000 resources, which is a heck of a lot. And the future income was just not going to happen. Wow. That was good. I don't know what else to tell you. That was an amazingly good ZVT from Soulkey. Like no other real things to say about it. Well done. It started with the opening and continued from there. Soulkey would almost dominant from start to finish. This guy's amazing. So GG to him, and that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.